Hey Jonathan, I appreciate you following back up with me. I totally dropped the ball on you, and so I do appreciate you, sir, and taking the time to watch this video. If you could, please give me some feedback on what you thought about it. But without further ado, the three things that we're going to really get into today is content, citations, and backlinks. But since you specifically asked about termite control, I wanted to go ahead and just dive into that area. So I am going to be doing this video just kind of on the fly and a little bit different than I normally do it. But first up is content, right? Content is king, so you want to have a lot of content across your website. You guys are already doing this really well. You have your specific Los Angeles termite control page. And of course, that's be the first thing that I came in and did if I wanted, or if you hired me to get you more termite jobs. I would come in here and I'd revamp all of your termite control specific location pages because again, this is the perfect way to manipulate the algorithm and let the algorithm know that you are doing the services that the Google users are actually searching for. So since you are already doing that, you do have, I found some of these pages. I found one for Los Angeles, I found one for Long Beach, and that was it. I think the county, Los Angeles County. But anyways, what I would recommend doing is having some sort of navigation or anything in the footer or the bottom of these pages, anything to do. So as you see in my email, we don't have specific termite control clients. We do have general pest control clients that do termites, but uh, we do have is rodent control clients, right? And so this is one of our customers in the Dallas area, which is very similar to some of the areas that you service. And their name is actually Trapping USA. And they do a bunch of, animal removal, rodent work, and then like commercial pest control, right? So you can see how they've got like commercial pest control in their name. But since they wanted more rodent work, what I did was is I went ahead and made them a GMB and just like and all of their pages, their location pages and everything, and I just made it up around this name instead of Trapping USA. I did USA Rodent Control Dallas. Why? Because I'm manipulating the algorithm just like what people do over here on location pages, right? You manipulate the algorithm by putting that name inside your content. I'm manipulating the algorithm by putting the name inside my business name, right? And so when somebody finds this business, they're going to click on it. Okay, it's got all their branded stuff to it, and we own the DBA, so we're legal to have this on Google. And then if you click on the website, then it just goes back to their website, right? Trappingusa.com, Rodent Control Dallas. It goes back to that specific location page where, again, right, all your Rodent Control Dallas keywords live. All right. So the navigation part is right here. So you got big drop down service area menu where then you can drop that down and then here's all your rodent control pages. Here's your commercial pest control pages. And then of course, they've got animal removal pages as well. So that's what we did for them. And I do highly recommend doing something very similar just to organize and have better navigation for the user and of course for the algorithm. Okay. So that is my first step. Is what I would do is that I would make sure all of these location pages had these pages built out, navigation is fixed, and keywords all set in, right? So next up, I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to Google Los Angeles termite control, right? Because this keyword gets searched, somewhere around 300 times a month, right? So super competitive keyword also. And the first few things that you're going to see pop up whenever you Google any keyword right here is going to be your paid advertising through Google, right? This is your LSA, this is your PPC. I'm sure you're very familiar with that. Dewey Pest Control is also running a PPC ad right here. And then, but for the sake of the video, we're just going to stay on the local organic side of things. So right here is your Google Maps, right? And so again, if I was going to come in here and want more termite work, well, I'd go ahead and just create a Google business profile called Los Angeles Termite Control, right? And I would start getting reviews to that profile. I would start getting I would, respond to those reviews. Google loves to see that you're interacting with your customers. Another good way to interact with your customers is to be making weekly Google posts, posting about your products and services. Most importantly is going to be your citations, right? That's my tip number two, content one. Number two is going to be reviews and citations for your Google business profile. Citations are simply just online directories anywhere where your business name, address, or phone number is listed is going to create more authority in that citations there in the map pack. Okay, so let's get back to the Los Angeles termite control business name, right? So very similar. We did the same thing over here in Austin as well, right? And so if we go to Austin rodent control, that keyword gets searched around 300 times every month. We just went all in on the Austin rodent control keyword, right? So this is a customer of ours that actually just does general pest control services north of Austin, and they wanted more rodent control jobs in this metro. So we went for it, right? We got the DBA. We're totally legal to have this name and operate this way in person and in on Google. We just had to go through the steps of getting it verified. Probably takes us about 3 to 4 weeks. And then it takes about 6 months or so to get the reviews in and get it ranking up and get it pulled up, right? But forever it'll be ranked up here. The only one that's beating us is, of course, Austin Root Pest Control, and that's because of how many reviews they have, and they've been in business for a decade, right? So we're about a year into this, and we've already got it up into the second map pack. So same thing again, like if you come over to the website, you click this in, and it just goes right over back to Evo Foam Pest Control's website. Okay, and then their Rodent Control Austin page. Here's all their Rodent Control Austin content where you can click to call. Everything's branded to them, and they get all the calls. Um, I think that's it, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Again, I did this video completely different than I normally do, just because I wanted to kind of show you how we would niche down into that termite control area. So if you really want to hear some more about this, man, I'd love to get some feedback from you. Again, appreciate your patience waiting on me. Thank you. Take care.